Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about landing pages. What are they, how to optimize them, and how to get to the best possible conversion rate possible. I'm sure that a lot of you want to know this because this is something that we all strive for when we're building our businesses, is high converting anything. Doesn't matter if it's landing pages, doesn't matter if it's email automations, anything that has a customer interaction with, you want it to be optimized. On top of that, not even mainly those things where you want to make sales from it, but this applies to a course, your business problems that you might be having, systems at work, anything like that. These principles, weirdly enough, can be applied to what you do and how to do them. And when you A/B test all of this stuff down to the core elements, you're going to get the most optimized process possible. And when you do that, you're going to save a lot of money. You're going to probably make more money. And ultimately, everyone's going to have a better user experience because optimization leads to more money. Believe it or not, the worse optimized, right? No, that's why nobody likes to drive old cars. Not because they're bad, but because they're not optimized anymore. There's cars now that get 50 miles to the gallon, 60 miles to the gallon. They don't even run on gas. That's the most optimized version that we have out right now. So just like that, we're going to optimize our landing pages. And I want to show you the process that we go through for our clients to help them, and this will help you optimize your landing pages. Now, like I said, this is going to be a test area. I'm not going to be doing this for a client in real time. One, privacy, and two, it just takes a long time. This is not a fast process. This is something that's going to take a lot of time. This is something that's going to take a lot of revisions. It's not easy, but if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you get 1,000 people to a landing page. If 10% convert over, right, and you get a 1% buy, I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but 1,000 people, 10% conversion, 100 people, that's one sale. Now, if you can optimize that so you get 20% conversion rate, now that's two sales. Now, if you can optimize your landing page to potentially get 4%, that's, now you're talking about real big numbers, keeping the same amount of traffic. And that's the most important part. So let's dive into it here. So right off the bat, this is the back end of Swipe Pages. I will leave a link down below. And we're just going to create a new little test area. And we're just going to call it testing. That's not how you spell testing. Testing, choose your page. And this is the best part. So they have standard pages, fully featured landing pages that adapt to all screen sizes and resolutions. And then you have AMP pages, lightning fast loading pages that are compelling, smooth, and load instantly. Now, AMP, for those of you that don't know, stands for Accelerated Mobile Page. There's actually a section in your Google Search Console that will show you this, and it'll say AMP pages. Now, I would usually recommend AMP pages for just about everybody because they load instantaneously. Now, if you know that you don't get any traffic from mobile devices, standard pages are going to be fine. If you really want that full functionality, that's cool. But in this case, we're going to use AMP pages just because they load instantaneously. When I say instantaneously, an AMP page might load in about a half a second, where most websites that are designed for desktop probably load between 5 and 10 seconds. That's a massive difference, right? And a massively different user experience. So that's the difference between AMP pages. And I'm just going to go through. I'm going to pick a template on here. I'm just going to use this template. And I always recommend starting out with a template. Why? Because they have a team of people that are building these things all the time. It's not, hey, you're guessing and things like that. It's, no, this is made by a professional designer who knows what they're doing and has already tested this for other people. Then you could take this, modify it, and adjust it. But there's no need to be a nomad and free roam when you're not an expert right off the start. So we're just going to do an A/B test on this. And the cool part is we're just going to leave this website as is. You can go in here, you can adjust anything. So if you want to adjust the images, you want to adjust the text, you can literally just click on it right here, test, right? In this case, I'm going to keep everything the same. And because of that, the core function of this is to show you guys. Also, these are multiple images laid over themselves. We have built-in optimization. Now, I do recommend if you are going to go down this route, you should have some custom images. Don't find stock imagery and things like that. There are plenty of opportunities to go get. These are called vector icons. These are images. You're probably going to have to pay for stuff like this or have a web designer instead of just hoping for the best and seeing what you find on the internet. By the way, I've seen a couple people ask me, it is illegal to go on Google and just steal other people's pictures. Please don't do that. But this is it. I mean, you have Uber, Netflix, Spotify, Airbnb, Google. Do you have to link them out? No, I probably wouldn't, because why would you give traffic back to these people? But you have your 3 different pricing packages, what it includes, whether or not you choose to do that. I personally like the customers having the option to see, and I'm going to shrink myself down here so I don't cover anything. I like when the customers have the options to pick what they want to do. And the cool part is you can see what it looks like on a laptop. right? It's a little more condensed. Tablet, right? Even more condensed. And then you have your mobile device, which is even more condensed. Because you got to remember, people are reading these in their bed, close to their phone. They're not reading it on a 49-inch monitor, right? That you have to keep that in mind when you're building these things. Make sure almost all of your stuff, if not all of your stuff, is mobile optimized. That's probably the best feature about this. And once again, these are AMP pages, accelerated mobile pages. It should look really good on mobile. It should be a really good user customer experience. But what I really want to show you guys is, believe it or not, some of the things that are really important is obviously the copy on the page. And this is the process, the beginning process of A/B testing. So in here, you might not want to go with orange. So you're going to come up here, you're going to go to style, right? And maybe you think that, I don't know, white is a better option. And I just have to change the text color. And maybe the text color needs to be orange. Speed up your site. And the cool part is when you go to, we're going to make another variant. Please save recent changes. Save. We're going to make another variant, and then we're going to go variant B, because obviously that would make sense to keep going. Start with a blank page, clone the existing one. And you always want to select clone. This is how you make sure it's better. Now, if you're going right off the bat and you're just trying to figure out the best method, you want to start blank and add a bunch of things in there, go for it. But if you have a page that you know is converting a little bit, do the A/B testing. And once you figure out, hey, the colors on this, we could bring these colors back. So let's go back to style. Let's go back to white, and we'll do the border as orange. All right, so background color is orange. Border could be whatever color you want it to be. Maybe it is a purple border. You could barely see a purple border around there. And then if you go between variant A and variant B, we're going to save this really quickly. You'll be able to actually see the differences right off the bat when you're looking at this. Give it a second to load here. When it's loading in here, it's not a accelerated mobile page here. And now we have the two different colors. And literally, it's those super small changes that are going to help you make more sales. Just keep in mind, don't go through and do one little area in here. Do all the buttons, right? It kind of looks ridiculous if you don't do all the buttons. Maybe it's this. Maybe you want to change this to something really punchy, right? So you get in here, you're going to go down, you're going to find the button, try it now, and then you're going to change the border color to purple. You know, that's now a purple border color. Maybe it's the text in there. I mean, there's a million different options. This is what it looks like on full screen in here. But there's a million different options as to what you might want to do to get you the best results possible. Right? We have your background in here. Maybe it's a purple background also. Try it now. You know, whatever stands out, and it doesn't take an expert to go through this. You can do this. And the best part is as you save it, right, and we're just going to skip ahead here, and I'm not going to go through with designing a whole landing page because, like I said, this would take forever otherwise. But now we have variant A, variant B. If you want to add a variant C in there, go for it. I really don't recommend doing more than 2 variants because you're going to have your control and then you're going to have your test. And your test is going to tell you whether or not the changes you made are good. The only time that I would say do a couple different variants is if you're getting a ton of traffic to something and this is a brand new landing page. Try 3 totally different designs. You'll land on the one that works best. That is the beauty of it. So if we go here, you can take a preview of it if you want to see what it's going to look like, which is pretty cool. It'll come up with app.swipepages, app.swipepages.com, preview. There's your page, right? And this is what customers will see. Pretty cool. I mean, it's a landing page. And this is the part where usually people are going to start spending money with you. So keep that in mind when you're building this whole thing. This is pretty important. Now, from up here, you're going to hit publish. They obviously want you to preview it. You're going to hit publish, and then you're going to select your subdomain. So in this case, I would be putting in maybe it's harrisonbarron.com, maybe it's growthgenerators.com. It's going to have your you'll connect your domain in here or your domain. So you'll connect your own domain to this whole thing. And then in your settings is ultimately where all this kind of stuff is going to happen. So let's go all the way out here. It's not all the way over there. It's going to be in... Get rid of the builders, app.swipepages. And then from here, so this is the page we just made. From here, we're going to go through and we're going to be able to hit edit. And this is where you'll see A/B testing. So you have your standard. You have, are you trying to turn on A/B testing? It might give me a hard time just because it's not connected. Yes, perfect. There it is. So you have variant A, variant B. The weight is what percentage is going to which area. And then you have your edit scenario if you want to edit that whole thing, and it tells you when it's live. That is the most beautiful part about it. The other really cool part that I really love about Swipe Pages is it's going to give you analytics. So it's going to give you A/B, how many visits, unique visitors, conversions. Obviously, I just made this as a test page, so you're not going to see any of this. And just to keep our data private and stuff, we're not going to be showing any of our customers our own stuff on here. But this is it. This is the core, the core functionality. How many visits, how many unique visitors, how many conversions, what is the conversion rate? This is all data that you need to go make better educated decisions for your business. So don't think, oh, does it have what I need? No. This has everything you need. It's at a great price every single month. And maybe you don't want to leave the landing page up forever. That's okay. The cool part is if you wanted to, you could build it on here. And then once you're done building it on here and you know what works, let's say you're using Kajabi, or you're using WordPress, or you're using Webflow, go build the most similar thing possible in there. So that way you don't have to be stuck paying for Swipe Pages forever. I'm a big proponent of saving money, especially in the beginning, but you want to optimize it to the best of your ability. So pay for it for a month or 2 or 3 months, drive a ton of traffic to it, and then go build it in your actual, it's called a CMS, your CMS. That's going to be your website platform. You also have any leads that came in, it'll come into a sheet, an Excel sheet, like a Word doc. You have any tracking codes in here, so Facebook Pixel, which is really important if you're trying to track this. You have your Google Analytics ID, so you can see what's hitting this. You also have your header body and end body, so if you need to add in any additional code in here. And then your Google Maps API key if maybe it's a location-based business. You have your lead captures, do not store leads or store leads. Lead autoresponder email, who it's from, setting all that up. Honestly, the setup after you build a landing page shouldn't take you more than 10 or 15 minutes to do. Any SEO, I think this is kind of silly in my opinion, because you're not going to rank a landing page. Will it help? Maybe. It'll help for sharing it out with a title and description. Meta keywords and other keywords, canonical URLs and things like that, it's really not going to help. Sharing settings, title, URL, description, there's your image, Twitter card. That is really important. And then last but not least, this is probably the most important part about this is your integrations. So if it's MailChimp, Constant Contact, HubSpot, Zoho, all of these different things give you the ability to connect it with just about any platform. So as you guys probably know, we are a HubSpot agency. Definitely recommend HubSpot. It's pretty funny, actually. SendFox is on here because SendFox is a MailChimp product, and this was on MailChimp, not MailChimp, AppSumo a while back. MailChimp's up there though. But if you don't use any of these, don't get worried. Zapier is I have a video just a couple videos ago on how to use Zapier, how to integrate it and things like that, where you can learn all about it and what softwares you can integrate it with and how you might want to integrate with and workflows and really anything that could be valuable to your business. And then last but not least, we have e-commerce. If you're selling something on here, chances are pretty good if you're using this, you're probably not selling something directly on here, but hey, I'm sure that there's people out here that are making tons of money by driving sales right to a swipe page. And that's really the whole shtick. That's it. That's the product. That's how it works. That is the core of A/B testing. You want one control and one variant, and you'll see, does your variant work better? Yes or no? Run 500 or 1,000 people to both, and you'll see the numbers. They will stand out at you. It might be 1%, but if the numbers look the same, then you know that didn't make a difference. Maybe you can pick what style you'd prefer. But usually, after about 1,000 people, you'll see exactly which one's going to work better. There's also some freak things that do happen out there, and I want to explain to you what a freak thing is. So it has come to my attention that sometimes different copy and landing pages and the user experience on a website will actually make people buy later on or buy more expensive products. So I've seen this happen where maybe really good copy doesn't get the best conversions in the beginning, but the people that do convert will actually end up buying higher priced products later on. So anybody that you get from a software like this, or any software per se, go in there and tag them. Add a little thing that just says, hey, Harrison Barron came in from Swipe Pages on variation B. And you'll see over time, do they end up buying more expensive products, or do they end up buying cheaper products? Weirdly enough, this is like the most peak part of digital marketing and testing and things like that, where you're drilling so deep down on that person that you can see the colors make a difference. The A/B testing makes a difference. The offers make a difference. The copy makes a difference. And all of these criteria help in ultimately driving that customer sale and resulting in more sales. So the better and the more organized you can stay along this process and tagging and really kind of drilling down will result in more money for your business. So I hope this video helps. Like I said, links will be down in the description down below. If you guys found this interesting, hit that like button, hit that little subscribe button, and that notification bell. And leave comments down below if you guys have questions, comments, concerns. I highly recommend this product. Look, there's going to be an affiliate link down there, but that's not why I'm doing this. It's because it really is as good as I didn't even realize it was. I was brought to my attention. I started playing around with it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. And when I bought it back in November, it wasn't that great. This product has come so far that I'm so impressed by it. And it's like the cheapest one out there. Right? I mean, it's not free, but it's the cheapest one out there where you can get high quality A/B testing. You can see all the numbers. It's not normal in most of these builders. So save the money. Go check it out. There will be a link down below. My name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. I'll see you guys later. And if you guys need help with anything, growth-generators.com. My agency would love to help you out. Other than that,